this is the Can We Talk podcast 120, episode Halloween, I guess is the name of the episode. I'm Waldo. I guess I've been missing for a while. We have Miss...
I'm Light Bright.
And we have a crown.
The blue one.
I think the last time I did anything Halloween related was nowhere like this. I think I was a Blockbuster employee, and I had two other friends that showed up in costumes, and we just recorded on that episode. I think it was like a couple of days after Halloween, so we're pre-Halloween, so we get ahead of everything. I sent you some things that we can touch on. I don't know what I sent you. I just copied and pasted a bunch of shit that I had been typing throughout this month in regards to Halloween, since this is the Halloween episode of the Can We Talk podcast.
Yeah. Huh? It's the glasses. They look great, though. The glasses look great. Although I just noticed, like, on your shirt, you have glasses on there.
I got 2 pairs.
So I guess that's the backup pair.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely wanted to be a pink crayon before. But, like...
Michael's, get your shit together.
Yeah, because everybody's not a size small in a pink crayon, okay? Sorry. Definitely wanted that. So this was a backup, guys. But, like, come on now. If you know, you know. Because I grew up with 2 Light Brights. So, anyway. Scariest movie you've ever watched. Scariest movie. I don't dabble. The only reason I know scary movies at this point is because of Mr. Waldo over here, because I never grew up watching scary movies. I didn't.
I can start with mine if you guys are thinking. Mm-hmm. Two of the scariest movies I ever experienced, and this is just like all time. I know one of the questions was something about the youth, but this is like all time for me. One is Sinister. Sinister is a terrifying freaking movie. It basically is, it's like Ghost, right? Like, so it's basically like if you take a picture, the ghost is in that picture forever type shit. So anywhere you move in life, as long as you have these photos and these archives of shit, the ghost is going to follow you everywhere. Scariest shit ever.
Yeah, nice.
I have both of them. I have Sinister 2 and 1 on DVD. Fire now. When I first watched it, I couldn't watch it alone. Like like in the dark, I had to wait till the daytime to watch that movie to finish it because it was tough. And I was probably like 26 at the time when I first watched it.
See, like voluntarily as a kid, not even as a kid, but like teenager, I went to go watch one of the Paranormal Activity movies.
Oh, I went to see. I saw the first one in theaters.
I'm good. Like that was enough for me.
They made you sign a waiver. The first one, they made you sign a waiver.
Well, maybe it wasn't the first one.
There's 6 of them.
It had to be like at the beginning though, like 2 or something. I don't know. I watched it at the Dollar Movies, so.
Oh, then yeah, that's 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah, so I was like, no, I'm good. Never again. I can't do scary. I'm good.
I don't know. I like scary movies.
Right on, dog.
It's like they're like scary in the moment. I think like a scary movie would like I'd dream about it and be like terrified the next day. And
like
I've never
real
felt
events.
like that. Yeah. I don't know.
I gotta definitely watch some cartoons after any of them. Like, nope, no thank you.
It's easy to watch scary movies that are like not realistic because like this would never happen. So it's easy to like.
How do we know that?
Because it'd be impossible. It'd be like, it was the herpes who did it.
You know what?
We watched a horror movie, and that was her explanation for her cheating on her boyfriend. Was it her cheating or doing something weird, right? She was
something happened.
It was
but
the herpes talking.
She was like, I think it was a proposal or something. She's like, it's not you, it's the herpes talking. I was like, what are we watching?
Oh no, Tubi movies.
Oh my gosh. Anywho, you know what? We're shifting. We're definitely shifting on that one. Okay.
I love horror movies though.
Okay, so then we'll skip to the childhood one then. Okay, What was the movie that scared you the most as a kid and why? I don't think I have a movie per se, but I couldn't watch, like as a kid, I could not watch Thriller. like the music video. I couldn't watch it. It was too scary. That man made a whole cinematic movie in 6 minutes, and I could not watch it. Shout out to Michael Jackson because I love him.
That scared me too back in the day. I couldn't watch that music video either.
Could not for anything.
Mine is not a scary movie, but it was a movie that I watched as a child. My mom was like, "You're gonna watch this," and I was like, "Okay." It was The Passion of the Christ.
Jesus Christ.
The Crash. I don't even know what the title
Yeah,
is.
Passion of the Christ.
Okay. I just remember him getting beat, and there was tears streaming down my face. And I was 6, and yeah, can't do it. I will
It's a
never.
very tough movie. I never watched it because I don't like. Is it Mel Gibson? Is that the guy?
I think so.
I don't like him as an actor, so I don't watch his stuff.
That's a real story. Like Chris, like I tell you,
I was in
like
tears.
scarred. That Chris scarred to this day. Clearly, like he still talks.
They came
about
out part 2. There's 2.
Oh,
I'm
I
good.
would know.
I'm great, actually.
Nope, not at all.
That's funny. No, I never watched that movie. Well, I think we actually had the opportunity to watch it in school, but our parents had to sign a waiver or something like that.
That
back
makes
then.
sense.
But I wasn't interested in watching. It was like taking extra lunch or some shit, or staying. It was some weird shit, but it was like a waiver. So I never watched it. Never watched it. For me, is the original It. So my big ass head brother used to lock me in the room and turn on It, and I was young enough to where like I didn't know how to turn the VCR off. And that movie is 5 hours long. It is 5 hours long.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's 2 parts. It's 2. So he like the first half is like an hour 50 or something, like whatever the breakdown is, right? But he would come back in and hold me down and switch out the VHSs to the second one. He only did it once. It only took one time, but it scarred me for life. And then like there's a movie called The 13th Ghost. That movie scarred me for life, but ironically, I have that on DVD now as an adult because it's not that scary. But it was crazy. But watching it now as an adult, you're like, what the fuck? what the fuck? And then they remade it. That's why it's 2 separate parts. Like, yeah. But it for sure definitely had me fucked up back in the day. And it wasn't because of the clown. I'm not scared of clowns. It was just the aspect of like dying as a youth. Like that was terrifying.
No, that definitely would have got me as far as like the clown aspect. That's the 2 things I don't deal with is clowns or dolls. But like clowns is number 1. Especially like that weird era we lived in where like around Halloween, was it like 2017, 2018, like people dressed up in like clown costumes and were like fucking up cars.
Oh yeah.
Like why were we? And
that was
then
like
just
2016.
Yeah, like just standing in the middle of the street, just like what a bat. Why is this a thing?
It's
like,
purge behavior.
People just bored. People were bored, literally scaring people in clown costumes. And was it October? I don't even feel like it was October. It was just random.
No, I don't think it was. I feel like it was like August, September. I think it was before Halloween.
Completely random. So yeah, I don't. We're gonna fight.
Can we talk about movies that you watched in like middle school and high school, like not outside of Halloween, like? Because remember, like we were going through Tubi, I think, or some kind of streaming service, and I'm like, I watched that when I was in 13. I watched that when I was in high school. This came out in 2007. I went to the movies to go see this shit. Are there any movies that you guys recall going to the movies to watch that, like, you think about it now, like, why the fuck we were in the movies watching this shit, and why did we spend whatever the dollars amount was to watch it?
What did we see? I feel like we went and seen like the same things at this point. Oh no, I can't even think.
I feel like I didn't go to the movies much in school. I don't know.
But that was our shit then, because like we didn't have anything else to do. Like we wasn't going out to dinner. We wasn't going out to. We weren't doing anything. It was like movies or kick back at someone's crib. That's all we had to do.
I don't know. I grew up when your dad works at the rec center. That's all you do. Like especially living out in the country. is either I'm out here amongst the trees or I'm in the city at the rec center. So like that was my growing up thing, hanging out with friends at the rec center.
Wait, the rec center is considered the city?
In the city.
Gotcha.
That's the only thing there. So.
So I'm saying we grew up when Chris and my sister moved back to Georgetown. We were just in the boonies, like that's where we were. So
Was that or bowl?
yeah,
Only options.
I didn't bowl as a youth either. Like it was literally movies. Because back in the day, and this is something you probably don't know about how to, get to not get to a movie, but like how to check for movies. I think we talked about this briefly. Like back then, we didn't have the opportunity to check online to see if movies were available. We had to go get the newspaper and check for times. And and movies back in the day used to be about $2 a movie. So what we would do, we would spend the whole day in the movie theater. Our parents would give us like $20. We would literally go movie to movie to movie to movie all day, and then arcade at the end.
That's too much.
10 to 9.
Maybe 2 at most.
I'm about to say it's a lot. I didn't do that as a kid. I'm telling you, I can't.
That's
You
too
know
much.
Tinseltown that's up the street? You know that Ashley Furniture store that's right next to it? Mm-hmm. That used to be our movie theater before Tinseltown was here.
So just turn it. Turn it to the side. Make it a little smaller, a little cramped. Turn it to the side. That's the building.
That used to be our movie. That parking lot didn't have any restaurants in it. It used to be that small building. That's Ashley Furniture store. That was our movie theater. You walk right into the front, arcades right there to the right, and then you had like 5 rooms in the back. $250 a movie.
Huh.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I feel like Tinseltown used to be like the closest movie theater before like everything else started popping up. So I definitely remember going to Tinseltown when I was a kid.
That
I
was the
couldn't tell
mega
you what
one.
I-
That was like the big money move. Like that's why people were moving to Pflugerville type shit because there's a movie theater that's sized.
Yeah, I believe it. Between that and the dollar movie, I probably went to the dollar movies more though. Like,
I never really liked the dollar movie because like it would be like mad space and people would still sit next to you. Like it'd be like mad space. This is never a sold out movie. This is out on
Ever.
DVD right now.
ever, you're absolutely right. You're not wrong on that.
It doesn't matter where you sit, right? It's just, and it'd be one dude. He want to sit next to y'all. Like, my Nick, the whole theater is open right now. It's Thursday at 3 p.m. It's nuts.
Yep.
I do have a movie story though.
Uh-oh.
So this is the last time I went to the movies with my grandma. My grandma was like, I've been a big horror movie guy for like ever since being traumatized by my brother as a youth. So the movie Jason versus Freddy came out. I don't remember what year. So my grandma was like, I'm going to take you to the movies. I was like, all right, bet, cool. She's like, pick a movie. We got the newspaper at the HB right up the street. We looked at movie times. We picked the movie time. I was like, Jason versus Freddy. I'm taking my grandma. That don't make sense, really. First scene is titties. Like the first opening scene of the movie is titties, literally. And I'm young, so I can't go watch this movie without her. So we're in the fucking movie theater. My grandma was like, you can't, no. What are you doing? Full hand on my face. But she was terrified. She was like, we're never going to the movies again. And I was like, oh, this is the experience I needed. This is a lifetime experience for sure.
Became a man that day.
What do you even say that? That was a cool experience. So movies back then were a little different because there was no trailers like that. So like the trailer that you got was maybe if you had cable. If you didn't have cable, you was not getting movie trailers. Or you're reading the description of the movie in the newspaper.
So when you say like a cool experience, like which part of that are you calling?
Everything.
I was like
night.
going with your grandma,
Everything.
seeing a horror film with your
Everything.
grandma,
Everything.
seeing titties with your like I don't.
Everything.
Okay,
It was everything. It was a combination.
the whole thing.
Everything. If one piece was missing, you wouldn't be as lit.
All right, check that off the bucket list. I guess that's so random.
How was it random? We were talking about horror movies, and that's when I sang Freddy versus
No,
Jason.
I'm just saying, like,
Kelly Rowland was in there, getting slopped up by Jason.
you know what? See? That is insane.
We're gonna talk about costumes.
Yes.
Do y'all have any favorite costumes that you've personally worn throughout the years?
I do. Mine, I was probably like 16. I dressed up as an old man. That will forever be my favorite one.
Oh my gosh. It was so great.
I like spray painted my hair gray or white. I had like a walker.
For school, or is it like just like
No, just for like Halloween. And I had some overalls, a striped shirt, and some like, I don't know, like those jeans like y'all wore back in the 80s. I don't know.
I feel like that year too, you didn't even want to dress up.
I don't think I did. I think
I
that
think it
came
was so
together
last
like
minute.
the week before Halloween.
It was so last minute because Chris was never like, once Chris became like a high schooler, maybe even like higher middle school, he was just like, I'm good. And I think my other nephew and my niece were like going out or planning on it, and he was like, why not? And so we're like scrambling trying to get this together. But I have a video on my phone of that, and Chris, like the slowest of walks with the walker, like it was hilarious. Chris made the perfect elderly man ever.
It was great. Everyone gave me extra candy. And they were like, taking your time out here. Here you go.
Although I'm biased. I liked when you were a baby and you were a skunk. I'm biased.
Like I've seen like one picture of that.
It was so cute. Your mother was so happy. It was so adorable. Precious. Nariana was a bee. Just precious. Just so precious. I don't know. I will say, like, out of anything, it's crazy to think about it too, because my mom is so like anti-Halloween. She just, I mean, religious beliefs on her end, but like she does not do Halloween at all. But I was able to get like costumes almost every year. Like that was one thing. She would definitely have me in costumes. I was against my better wishes when I was a kid. I was clown. I was one of the little like, it's like the 80s, like poodle skirts and all that kind of stuff. Like I think that one might have been a hand-me-down from my sister. I was a ninja. That was fun.
That was fun.
It was. That was so much fun. There's pictures somewhere. They exist. That was so much fun. But then I think I went through that phase. I'm like, I'm good. Like I don't know what to dress up as anymore. I think it's a lot more fun as an adult. I don't know. Favorite? Ooh. I think my favorite that I usually go to, there's two that I usually bounce between, that I usually take turns every year with, but I did Little Red Riding Hood a few times, and like I went as far as one year. I was like, this just the Red Hood and everything is fun, but like let's make her battered. So I like did some like scratch marks like the wolf got me like across my face, and it was fire. It was Little Red Robin Hood.
Miss Rockin' Robin?
It was so much fun. That one or a fortune teller. I like doing the fortune teller look too. And then I got bored again and started playing with my makeup. So like I would do like some kind of like huge design around my face. It was like make the outfit pop. So those are probably top two still. Favorites.
I only have one favorite. And it's because of the event that I wore it to. So when The Walking Dead first came out, I'm talking this is episode like 3 or 4 is out. So Rick is fire. So I went to this is probably the first time as an adult I actually went to go get a costume. So, and this is for a costume party at UTA, Arlington, UTA. Yeah, it was at UTA, and I got invited to the party out there. And I was like, all right, I'll dress up, I guess, or whatever. Went to go get the Rick costume. Went over there, Mad Ricks. There's Mad Ricks everywhere. tall, short, black, white, Asian, all Ricks everywhere. And I'm just like, I don't know if I want to be in this party anymore. Like I'm in, like I don't know this until I'm in and already paid the cover to get in there. And we're in there, and I'm just like, damn, I'm the least cool Rick. Like I got the cheap Rick one. These niggas spend money on this Rick costume.
Yikes.
They got the fake gun pouch. Like I just had a star and a shirt and some black pants. I was like, and a hat.
Yikes.
I was very disappointed, but the night ended pretty cool.
Well, there you go.
In a sense of like the police were called. And like mad fake guns everywhere. It was weird. It was a weird turnout. I ain't have one.
I would take the costume aspect over. I had to deal with that on prom. Like 2 other girls had my prom dress on. That was worse. I feel like that situation was worse. Halloween you could dress up and like have the same costume as people, but like prom was like, dang. Like
I mean, not everyone's customizing their prom dresses.
I know, but even back then, like
everybody went to Highland Mall.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so like people went to the same places, right? Rather than like you have girls now that like have like, you know, customized, or they go, if girls are from here in Austin, they'll go all the way to Houston to go get their prom dress. Like I didn't have access like that as a youth. So like mine, okay, be for real. Mine came from JCPenney. And I wasn't even like one that wanted to go to prom like that for real. Like my friend wanted me to go with her. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I see like a girl across the way after we got to the venue, like look at me because she got the same dress on. She tried to stare me up and down, right? And then I just give her like this cute little like, ha, you wish you had curves though in this dress kind of look. And then she walked away. I couldn't tell you who the girl was, and I literally went to school with her. Couldn't tell you, but it was hilarious.
My experience was different. Mad Ricks was like, "What's up, dog? We want to take a picture." Like it was mad different.
Oh no, see,
it was like, "Dog, we all Rick," and I was just like, "Oh shit, fuck y'all."
Like we the same costume. Look at that. No,
that picture's out there somewhere in the atmosphere. That exists somewhere, in someone's iCarve, somewhere.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Was your family big into like Halloween?
Fuck no.
Nobody?
My mom has never dressed up ever.
Really? That's how
My dad
I'm telling
either.
you. That's how my mom is until like I got her to finally do something this year. So I'm excited.
I was a ninja for 5 years in a row until I outgrew the costume. Same ninja.
I think I did that exact same thing too.
I'm telling you, you had to be a ninja growing up at least once. I think I did wear my ninja costume one time back to back.
I was definitely a ninja 2 or 3 years in a row.
You gotta go through the ninja stage. If you don't go through that ninja stage, then what are you really doing? Like, you had to.
Couldn't even tell you where we got the ninja outfit from. I was just a ninja. Just said ninja on the thing. It didn't say any kind of ninja. It just said ninja.
That's funny. No passing out candy or nothing? They don't?
They do at the old house.
Okay.
I don't know if they do at the new house, which is the old house now. So I don't know. I used to hand out candy.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, look at you. So nice.
I was supposed to be trick-or-treating. That's the problem.
But you said you had your little pillowcase out there one time before, right?
Yeah.
Like you had
like I used to have to go out early, get my shit, and then sit down and give my shit, and get shit out to everyone else.
See, but I feel like that's the thing too. Like if you watch over the years, like if you're like one that passes out candy, you got the, you know, the little babies that come out like 5 o'clock, like just got out of school, changed into their costume and leave.
Bro.
And then by the time like night falls and it's dark, you got all the teenagers that just have like a sheet over them.
I was the
with holes
teenagers
cut
following
out.
the babies. Yeah,
And
for
they're
sure.
like, boo, trick or treat. They don't have real costumes on. They're just going, they're candy hustling. So
The thing is, not all the people came to our place because we lived in a cul-de-sac, and everybody around us had their lights off but us. So people would like look down the street and be like, all these lights are off. Why would we even go that far to see the light that's on? So my neighbors didn't do that shit, but my parents did. So like 1 or 2 people.
I know in the past, like, we didn't used to pass out candy for like the longest. Excuse me. But when was it? It had to be like 2014. Like, again, we weren't big into Halloween like that. All of a sudden, like 2014, my dad comes around and he's like, I want to dress up. Mind you, he used to always like work for the most part. Like there might have been a couple years that he would take me to go get candy, but it was usually my mom. But he wanted to dress up. So like he started dressing up. He was Mr. T all of a sudden. And this again, 10 years ago, Mr. T. And then it was what else? Black Panther,
Aquaman.
Papa Smurf, Aquaman, characters from the Game of Thrones and all that. So like this is a new tradition that he started every year now. So like August, September comes around and we're like, what are you already thinking? You're thinking something. And he's like, I gotta figure it out. Cause like it's become a thing in our family now. So passing out candy and all that stuff. I'm like, you were never like this before, sir. Like, where did this come from? It's so strange. But now this year, family's gonna dress up as the characters of Inside Out. So we're all gonna be a different emotion, and it's exciting.
Is that a thing? Because that's on the top 10 list of costumes worn this Halloween.
I think so, just because the movie came out this year, or the second movie came out this year. So like it's been like really hyped up. But I was just like, I thought of like, you know, again, my mom not too big into it, but I thought this could be something that she could partake in with us. That's not scary. She doesn't do gruesome. She doesn't do horror, gore, nothing like that. So I was like, this is something that's like, we all watch this movie. We can all have fun with it. So my mom's going to be joy. My dad is anger. My sister is sadness. I'll be disgust. And Chris is going to be fear. And then my niece is going to be Riley, which is the character that it's based off of, all of her emotions. So
you're all in her head.
It's everybody's head. So, like, thinking about that movie, I'm like, who controls my control board in my head? Which emotion? I think Joy does for the most part, I think. Sometimes. It just depends on the day. So, it's fun. New traditions. You want to start any traditions? You
Nope.
gonna pass out candy this year?
Nope.
No candy?
Why would I pass out candy in an apartment? You know how dangerous that is?
I mean, these kids gonna be knocking.
You know, no, they're not going to be knock. If their parents let them knock on my shit, they don't love their
I
kids.
promise you they're gonna be knocking. I swear they're gonna be knocking.
They don't love their kids if they let niggas knock. They let little kids knock on apartment doors.
All right.
They don't love their kids. I promise you.
Promise you they gonna do it. They gonna do it. Mark my words.
If they do, you want me to open the door and be responsible for anything?
That's on you.
No, no opening my door. Trick or treat. Sitting there.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice costume. Shut the door now.
Open it. What do you mean? I'm not opening my door.
Just
The fuck?
shut it. Close it.
It's not gonna open.
I know, but okay. Okay. Party going. Do you ever go to any Halloween parties?
I think that was a general post. I think that was a general thing, like a party in general. But I have been the Halloween party I went to was the Ricks. Was the Ricks
Oh, okay. That's the only one though.
that I dressed up.
I mean, just going to any of them in general.
So another college party-ish. I went to a Halloween party at UTSA back in the day. Running was fresh too. Like they didn't have a football team. They didn't have no sports team. They have nothing. It was like their first year as like an actual official college. And we went to this club called Ice Lounge. And a bunch of old ass women in there. But they was dressed up going crazy, right? So me and my homegirl, we was like, we going to Ice Lounge. They going to be turning up. It's going to be costume partied out. I was like, cool, I'm not wearing one. So we still going to go though, right? Yeah, let's go. She was dressed up as a cop or some shit. And then I get there and I'm just chilling. I remember vividly this older lady. At that time, I was probably like 23, 22. She had to be in her late 30s, early 40s. She walked up to me, shook my hand. She's like, come home with me. And I had a decision to make in real time. Do I think I made the right decision? Yes, because I had to make sure I got my sis home. But in hindsight, had I gone with the older woman, I think my life would be dramatically different.
In what ways?
I don't know. I cannot say. I don't know.
That is a what if of your life. What if I would have went home?
What
with
if I
her?
would have went home? Left my sister at the club. But I wouldn't have done that at that time.
I was gonna say.
At this point in time, that particular person, I would enjoyed leaving her wherever she's at. But at that time, no.
Well,
You asked.
you know, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know if I've ever been to like
You outside. You was
any
outside back in
Halloween.
the day.
I don't think so. The only two things I can think of was possibly going to a Halloween party. Yes, I did. I went to a Halloween party at Graham Central Station.
Shout out to the Grams. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
You
That
ever
one
went
I
to
do.
Grams? Did you make it to
No,
Grams?
we didn't make it to Graham.
Damn.
I know, that's crazy. That was a vibe. I do remember having that was a claw moment. That was the first time I did Little Red as a costume with like the claws scratching me. But I went with a friend and we were dressed up and having the time of our lives there. I think they had a costume contest and everything. I remember seeing Jesus and the devil making out, and that shit scared me.
Which club? Was it the country club? Was it the hip hop club?
It was
Was it the bathroom?
it was the one in the back that you could like climb, and they had like
the
those
cages?
platforms. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hip hop place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a vibe. The other one I think was my brother's party. So my brother's birthday is actually tomorrow. 26th. I was just thinking about it. Sorry. It's the 26th. Sorry. So it came close. It's close to Halloween. So I think they had a Halloween party. I was 20 years old, and like between him and like my sister-in-law, it was like an ordeal. Like, your sister's coming and she's 14 years younger than you. Like, that's terrifying. Like, they were so scared that I was coming, because they're like, she's gonna see how you live. Like, she's gonna see like us like party. I was like, okay, well, it's fine. But it was like the first time I think I ever had like an adult experience with my brother, like just because of our age difference. So it was pretty cool. But
At least they waited till you was 20. My brother had me outside at 14.
oh nah, see, nah. I mean,
Crib parties.
first time I went out with my sister was when I was 18, but like, nah, I never had to do anything like that. So, yeah, that was it. I don't think I ever went like friends parties at houses like that. Like, I was a good kid. Like, y'all gotta understand, I was a good kid. Like, I didn't live a life until I became an adult. Okay.
Same thing. Like, I didn't really go to parties, but
But is that the thing that y'all would do? Like, with you being fresh out of high school, was parties the really y'all shit? Like, or was it like gatherings? Like, there's
more
like,
like gatherings.
yeah, right? Because I like when I was growing up, like in high school, like the party was the party. Like, unless you were going to 6th Street, going to Sparrows back in the day, Illusions, Grams, like unless you were doing that, which was like a one-off. Because who's trying to spend money on drinks where you can just go to a house party and just drink all you fucking want and hang out? So majority of my like high school youth is all house parties. And then didn't get to go to like clubs and outings and gatherings until outside of high school. So I only can imagine like now with you guys having the ability to have access to so much more. Why the fuck would I go to your house when I can go to a gathering?
Because like I've only been to like 6th Street once.
Good, keep it that way.
And yeah, I'm not going back. Like, it was so like weird. It was like my friend's birthday party. Mm-hmm. And I was just like there. I was like, what are we supposed to do? I was like, what are we supposed to do? Because it was like an 18+ club. So I was just standing there. I think it was.
They're close.
It was something. It was like 2 years ago. So I don't know.
It was a bar.
Literally just there. And I was like, okay. And now I'm hungry and it's 2 a.m.
And it's loud as fuck.
It was loud. And you know, it's Austin.
Oh, one of the bats is flying.
And, yeah, it's Austin, so people are smoking everywhere. I'm like, okay, let's. What is enjoyable about this for me? Not really much. So I was like,
Have you been to
let's
Rainy
go.
Street? No. I think now, like if you compare the two, I would be okay with going to Rainy Street late night versus 6th Street. Versus when I was younger, Rainy Street was undeveloped. There was like 4 restaurants on the street, like, and there were distances, like you had to drive to them. Now there's like a whole lane of restaurants that run down for like a mile and a half. So being able to like turn up and then go to the restaurant was lit. I remember back in the day, 6th Street only had like 2 or 3 food trucks on the actual street. I don't know if that's a thing anymore, but not food trucks, but like, what do you call, like food boxes or whatever. But I don't know if that's a thing anymore. I haven't been there.
I think all of it has like changed. Like even when we went to go get food last time, we were in between 4th and 5th. But like seeing how many people were on those streets, like kind of,
So many people.
it was like, okay, like they've like adapted and they like moved over. Like I wonder if any of this is any better. Probably not. But just knowing like the history behind Six, like I have so many like good and horrible times there. Like
A gun's been pulled out on me on 6th.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Twice.
shots have rained off, and I've been within 10 and 20 feet. That's why I'm like, I don't have time to like. I'm gonna go live my best life like it's my last because this could possibly be my last. Like it's just gotten so scary and so dangerous out here. Like it's crazy.
Literally went once, and as soon as we left, there was like gunshots like 5 minutes after. Like, okay, no, I'm really good now.
I'm telling you,
Never going back.
it's so scary out there now. I don't know why. That's what we were talking. When I was talking to my best friend earlier today, like she was like, I don't understand how we still have friends that like still want to live that life and go out and do this and that. Like we are such homebodies now. Like I would rather have just a chill game night, kick back at the crib, like we safe drinking at somebody's humble abode rather than just like out and about. Just the thought of like being out somewhere, not knowing what's going on, drinking, everybody partaking in whatever they partake in, and then having to drive back to wherever you have, like all of that just sounds dangerous as a whole. Like,
But we're old now. Like we have the hindsight. Like people don't see the hindsight. Cause I was telling you, I was like, I don't know how we used to fucking drive from Pflugerville to 6th Street to 6th Street to San Antonio back to 6th Street back home, like in a weekend. Everybody gone off of something. Like we're not staying in like a nice hotel. We going with the cheapest shit. Like I don't know how. Like that mindset is so vast. Then like to think that I thought that way then is nuts. Like why were we? How were we surviving? All right, even on Halloween, the pod gets fucked up every once in a while. We were talking about 6th Street. Don't go there. What else were we going to talk about? There was some costume shit we were talking about. Or was it the candy? Was it the candies? Like the top 10
yes,
candies that are out or exist? I don't know. Candy corn's not new.
top 10 most popular Halloween candy in America. According to candystore.com, we got M&M's, but I need to know which ones. Like
The brand. Whoever makes the candy is what they're implying.
Oh, okay, because I was like chocolate versus the peanut ones. Like that matters. I feel like there's a difference. I'm not gonna say I just like M&M's.
I like the almond ones.
I can't eat almonds. They have a peanut butter one, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But no,
Who's 2?
peanuts.
2.
Huh?
Ring up the list, lady.
The whole thing?
Yes.
Reese's Cups, Sour Patch Kids, Skittles, Starburst, Hot Tamales, Candy Corn, and Hershey Kisses. I got the top 8. It cut off. I don't know what the other 2 are.
Hey, production's production, guys. It's been a long fucking day. It's been a long fucking week.
You can
Jesus
say that
Christ.
again. You can say that again. I don't know. That's crazy. There's a few on this list that I just didn't expect to be like top 10. But
I fuck with all of those. Or I did.
I've never had hot tamales. So
Really?
ever.
That's my go-to sneak in the food. Like when shit was $2 at the movies, like that was my go-to sneak into the food place. I mean to the movie theaters. Hot tamales and some Hershey's. Like a Hershey sandwich, Hershey's and hot tamales. Hot chocolate.
I need to know what the other two are because like Snickers isn't on there, and that's like one of my favorite like candies
Of all time.
Three Musketeer. I like having a Three Musketeer in my candy
Do they
bag.
exist still?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I thought they were extinct.
Extinct is crazy.
I haven't eaten candy in so long I wouldn't know what's still out there. I remember Altoids were my shit back in the day. They don't exist anymore.
Really? Mm-hmm. You sure?
Nope.
No. I was like, I don't feel like they disappeared. Like I don't think that's I gotta look now. Now I just gotta go through this.
Altoids, those little chocolate ball candies that have the toys in it. When you break them apart, they'll be a toy in it, but they get discontinued because niggas would eat the whole ball and get choked. Times have changed.
Didn't know that was happening.
Yes. They got sued.
I remember getting the little coins when I was a kid.
They
Not
got
like-
sued too. Like the little chocolate coins.
Yeah, like with the gold wrappers on them. Yeah,
Niggas,
they
kids
used
was
to
eating
be
them
my
whole.
thing. But that's not their fault though. Like I just feel like if the box explains that, like going back to like the chocolate ball, like if there's something inside, then yeah, that's your fault. If you're eating something.
Who reads labels? Y'all don't. You guys told me last time y'all on this podcast, y'all don't read terms and conditions. Y'all damn sure do not read chocolate labels.
I wasn't shoving them up my mouth and eating them whole. So guess what? I was winning in life. That's not the people's problem. They ain't got nothing to do with
They
them.
say right on the package, don't do this shit, and they be like, all right.
Same thing with like, if you want to go all the way off topic, same thing with the noodles. We shouldn't be heating them up in the microwave, and guess what people do? Like, same thing. Anyway.
They taste better on the stove anyway. But I digress.
But your candy made the list, Chris.
I know.
Candy corn.
Don't eat candy, but I love me some
candy
candy
corn.
corn. Absolutely. Everyone hates it, but
I don't
apparently
dislike it. I think the layers taste different. I think I like the bottom layer.
I
think the layers taste different. I think I used to eat the bottom layer off the candy corn when I was younger.
See, I used
and
to
leave
do
the
that
top.
with the white tips. Like I used to like eat everything but take off the white tips. But I used to eat them.
I think I used to
that
do
orange
the
is the
reverse.
bad part. That's why you eat it whole. So there is it cancels out.
Once they started making the pumpkins, it was game over. Oh, I love some pumpkins every now and then. The candy corn pumpkins. Yeah, I haven't eaten those in years though. But like, I love the pumpkins.
What do you mean pumpkins?
Sweet.
They have like candy corn in the shape of like pumpkins.
That's
So
not
it's
candy
the same,
corn. It's candy pumpkin.
but it's the same company.
But that's not the same thing.
But it's the same company.
Have you seen them do the actual corn stock with the candy corn? Like they make the corn stock with the candy corn. Like they fit together.
Oh, like people building them.
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen that.
They're supposed to equal like an actual stock of corn.
Nobody has time to do all that. Like we're just eating the candy.
People forget about the Midwest, man. People forget about West Virginia. There's mad states out here who have plenty of time to build candy
guess what?
corn
Not
stocks.
here in Texas. Okay, sorry.
I was just watching it's not even a documentary, it's a YouTube dude. Like all these YouTube dudes go across the country just to be in towns that are irrelevant, right? So dude went to West Virginia just to drive around and look around. He's like, this place is shitty. And I'm like, it's West Virginia, bro. Like what do you know about this state? No one knows about it, but it exists. Well, there's at least 7 states that are irrelevant. West Virginia is number 1. Is West Virginia a state? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, irrelevant number 1.
What?
Connecticut number 2.
Connecticut's great though.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
South Dakota.
That's fair.
Why?
They're just irrelevant states. Like nothing happens there. Like nothing like that I can think of happens there. I mean, things happen everywhere, but like.
Okay, keep going. Anyway, I'm just interested to know your list. Okay, keep going.
South Dakota was my last one, right? Mm-hmm. I would put. What's the state they can marry each other? Like they can marry a family. Is that West Virginia? No, maybe Alabama. Is that West Virginia too? could they marry?
I thought they were doing that in Nevada. No,
I don't think so.
Isn't Nevada the one with the Mormons?
No, that's Utah. Is it Utah state?
I don't know nothing about any of these states. Y'all asking me like I know. Look,
no, there's at least 7 like states you don't want to live in, but the cost of living's lit, so you might want to live in. I don't know. Chris, how's college, man?
let's just shift gears.
It's better than high school.
Absolutely, freedom.
Definitely better than middle school.
I would hope so.
I mean, middle school was just middle school. Like, it was just a terrible time.
Never mind. Keep going.
It's different. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of the time, I'm like, or back when I was taking like normal type classes, I was like, I don't have to go, but I should go. And I don't like necessarily love having that power because I'm like, why am I even thinking about if I should go? I should go, but I don't want to go. But other than that, it's cool. It's just like, boom.
Do you spend a lot of time on? You're at UT, right? Do you spend a lot of like time on the campus? Like and around it, like 'cause I know there's a ton of restaurants and things to do. Because back in the day, I didn't go. I never even sniffed UT as an option. I was like, let me go to TSU. Let me go somewhere else.
Well, I'm transferring it, so I'm not there yet.
Okay,
but like, I haven't like really been in Austin yet. Okay. Like, I'm just there on the outskirts. But there's just so many people. Like,
yeah,
especially like weekends, like trying to get anywhere. I'm like, why would I do this? Like, let me go back to my small little city and I can get to where I want in 10 minutes and home at the same time. But yeah, I'm just there. I'm just doing my little homework at night, and I'm literally like already done with this semester basically. So,
well, you better than me. I was catching up by this time. I was waiting.
I'm trying to be done so I can have an extra month off. Yeah.
Head of the game.
Way ahead. Like, even with me, like, I went to the University of Houston to start off with, like, out of high school, but I didn't go my first year out of high school. I moved to California for 3 months after high school, and then I went to U of H. Mm-hmm. U of H was too much for me. It's too much stuff. It's too much stuff to do. And I was like, I can't focus. I can't do this. So I came back, went to ACC. Round Rock location first opened then. Went there for a couple months. I was like, I still can't do this. It's not the same. I just can't do this. And then I was like, I'll just go to UTSA. I'll transfer to UTSA. And then I was like, I don't want to go out there. Old lady's going to take me home. I don't know if I would say yes or no in those kind of situations at this age. But UT is a lit school. I've partied many a times at UT and surrounding areas. Never could sniff it, but I was up there.
There are a lot of parties, like pretty much every weekend. Do you want to go here? No, it's a random Thursday.
White folk parties is crazy. They got money, bro. Mm-hmm. You just got to walk in there with shoes and a shirt on. Like, you don't got nothing else. They got everything held down for you, for real. I'm so serious. There's been so many parties where I literally have $10 to get there, and we'll figure it out on the way back. Like, I know for sure they're going to have some food. I know for sure they're going to have something to drink. I know for sure they're going to have AC. We'll figure it out on the way back.
I mean, sometimes the plan is having no plan.
Exactly. You just got to when you get there, just figure it out. Be there till 2 a.m. Be like, damn, how we going to get home, bro? We'll figure it out.
I don't have time for none of that.
You never had to just figure it out on the fly? You knew how you was getting home and back every party? Your mama ain't never dropped you off and be like, as long as you have a ride back.
No, I don't get dropped off. I never. No, I can't do the dropping off life. I was driving.
Damn, privilege.
Not really. Because I didn't start driving until I got my license at 17.
I got mine at 19.
I got mine at 17. But again, I lived out in the boonies. So, like, even in high school, my senior year, I was riding the bus. Not a lot of people like that. And they're like, what? Why did you do that? Because I didn't have to waste money on gas. It took me 20 minutes to get to school, 20 minutes to get back. Who's wasting gas like that? Like, I drove what I needed to drive. Like, I'm telling you. Nope. Same thing with life right now. If I got plans, I'm like, do I have gas for that? Do I want to waste money on that? What am I going to eat? Do I need to eat before? It's just a lot of thinking. Nope. If I have to think and I can't answer those questions in like 30 seconds or less, nah, I'm going to cancel.
You can never tell me what you want to eat when I ask you, so I don't think that's the truth.
Different, right? That's different. But I am definitely more adaptable to like your taste buds than you are to mine. So like I'm fine with that. Like, I will ask you what you want to eat, and then I'm like, cool, I can figure this out.
Don't believe her, Chris. She's lying.
Yes, sweet. Don't have me.
Most places I want to eat have chicken fingers, babe.
I don't eat chicken fingers like that.
Tater tots.
Fries. Fries. And then if they have sweet potato fries on top of that, oh, we win. We're winning.
What's the dorm like? Like you have roommates, I think, right?
Yeah, we're in an apartment, not a dorm.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot better. I don't think I'm built to live in the dorm.
I was
feel
not.
like-
I lived in a dorm for one semester at Tyler Junior College. And my roommate was someone I met online. And we decided, and this nigga was old as shit at the time. Like, it's a junior college. You don't have to be a certain age to get scholarships or qualify to be there. This nigga was like 27, and I was like 20. We met online, and we only met online because I already put my little tag on my shit as going to Tyler Junior College. So he saw that, and it was like, hey, you want to be roommates? I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, it makes sense. Worst experience ever. 2 months.
No, we were supposed to have, it's me and two other people. There's supposed to be a third person, never showed up. So it's just me and my friend and this other guy. And I don't ever see him. Like, I feel like he's like, I don't know when he's awake. Like, I feel
you
like
have separate rooms. Oh, because it's an apartment. Okay, my dorm was, this nigga was right here, and I was right here.
Oh yeah, no. They have different doors, everything.
One door.
Different separate bathrooms. We all have our own bathroom. Like,
We didn't have our own separate. We had 4 rooms. 4, like, there was a room for showering. There's a room for bathroom. There was one on each floor, and it was co-ed.
absolutely not.
It was the worst time of my life.
No.
They got the best life right now.
No.
They got the best option.
I could never afford to stay off campus in any like way, shape, or fashion. Like literally, like it was his bed was right here, my bed was right here. Whatever he brought in during that night was what he did on this half of the room. Me just being over here was whatever I did on the room. And then the bathroom was like on this hall, and then the showers were on this hallway. And it was like divided, like it was co-ed in the sense of like you had to cross each other to get to the places, but the bathrooms and the showers were not. Like you shouldn't be in there if you're a girl, but that didn't stop women from being in the, if they were women, and vice versa, and versus whatever term you think of. Yeah, 2 months. Get me home. Fuck this education.
But they definitely, him and his friend don't converse with the roommate at all.
I mean, he's talked to him on the elevator.
He
He's seen him
has.
more than I've seen him. I've seen him like 3 times at this point, and we've lived there like 2.5 months. So
I'm telling you,
Is there a common area?
yeah, there's like a little living room attached to like the kitchen. It's like in the middle, and then our rooms are on the sides. And I'm like right next to my friend, and then he's over there by himself. So Don't know.
I'd be the friend you would never see. You would never see me. I would never talk.
I just can't imagine living with someone and y'all don't converse. Like Chris told me he reached out to him about helping with the project. Nobody responded. Like,
Okay, but like I really didn't want to do it. He was like, I need someone to help. They have to like explain their dream and they have to talk and it's going to be recorded. And I was like, I don't even remember my dreams, number one. I was like, I've never like had an actual conversation with you. Like, we talked about the other guy not moving in and that was about it. Like, I don't know anything about you. And I don't want to be recorded. So no one said anything. And then he was 2 hours later, he's like, okay, I found someone. It's like, okay. I'm glad it worked out. I'm so glad it worked out for you.
Yikes.
But
every
yeah,
time.
that's about it. Just, it's weird, like going from like living with like 5 other people to like by myself in quotations. But
Could you imagine yourself leaving, going further, like away?
No.
No.
Because I've been home like pretty much every weekend since. So I like any further, like
work.
never out of state.
He says home, but he's just like anybody else, like just in his room.
I talk to y'all.
In passing, when you're going to the kitchen.
No, I talk to y'all. I try to talk to y'all every day.
He tries, okay?
I try.
Try. You hear that? That's what I'm saying. Like, he's there, but like he's just off to himself, doing his own thing every time. But I think that's how we all are in our family. Like, we like being around each other, but like having space from each other at the same time. Because I'm definitely that person that will just be in my room. But like, if I come out and then like the whole house is black and there's nobody here, I'm going to freak out. Like, where's everybody at? So, I don't know. That's just the family dynamic we have. It's got to be around each other, but like not at the same time. Like, love you,
Exactly.
need you, but get away from me.
Y'all just got to be there.
That's it. Just, I got to sense your presence from a distance. That's it. So, but yeah.
What are y'all doing on actual Halloween? When's next weekend?
It's on Thursday.
Thursday? It's on Thursday. That's when we're dressing up with our family, and I hope my father pass out candy. That'll be fun. Try to avoid some of the middle schoolers at the same time. Definitely had a few, and like a few from the high school too. They were like, "Oh my God, I miss you." I was like, "Hi, how are you?" At the same time, but we make it fun. My sister, she has to work this year though, but we usually like will get with some of the neighbors and like, or they will. I won't, because I don't be knowing what people do in their house. But like some of the neighbors will be having like drinks and stuff. And again, I don't partake with the neighbors because I don't really talk to y'all like that. So why would I drink with y'all? So
These glasses make me look like I'm like looking through them. I was like,
right? Like, but we'll usually like make drinks and just like have fun, play music outside. I really want to like have everybody like not park in the driveway, so like we'll have more space because I feel like we're always just like at the door. Like, because my dad is the type, so we went through this process through COVID, right? So at the time that he was passing out candy during COVID, it was spaced away. Nobody had to ring the doorbell. He put a table outside and put 4 or 5 pieces of candy in a Ziploc bag and just had kids like grab their candy bag and go.
no, another bat bites the dust.
I'm telling you, they're all just starting to fly now. So like, he's taken that and like stayed with that now. So we'll all like help him prep the bags, and then we'll just have them all laid out. But we're usually like right in front of like the sidewalk for the door. But I feel like we need more space. So I think we should like clear out the driveway and like just have fun there. It's usually a vibe. We play music. It will be the fun house on the street sometimes. So we'll see.
I'm going to go do that for a little bit. Then my roommate and friend, he was like, one of my friends is having like a party before the party, pregame. Not really, but like
Pre-game is nuts. I don't know how I did that shit.
Love
she's
pre-gaming.
going to 3 parties, but
Three
she
is
was like,
nuts.
let's go to the first one, and then after that we can just hang out with some other friends. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just winging it.
Fun.
All right. So final question for you guys. Have you guys ever seen the Purge movies? You know what the Purge is?
Have I seen the Purge movies?
I feel like I saw the first one.
We've seen a
Maybe
couple of
the
them.
second.
The Purge. So the Purge is the ideal that once a year, every single year, you can act. You can legally do violent crimes once a year for 7 hours. You can violently do whatever the fuck you want. No police, no legal action, nothing. But you only got 7 hours. So from start of the 7 to the end of the 7, crime is legal. Is that a concept that you think that should exist in America?
Because if let me not say it like that.
A lot of like in the movies, people went for their bosses, right? A lot of people went for their bosses. A lot of shit that happened in the past. They went from rapists, all this stuff that could or have happened to you. You get 7 hours to actually do what you want to do versus going through the legal system or the justice system.
See, no, my first thought is rob a bank, and then I'm set. Like I don't know why everyone's like murder.
But the thing is, since everyone knows it's coming, the people who have the most money can do the most protection. So, like, if you're rich, super rich, can't nobody come in your mansion. You got the super security system. If you are a super bank, you're going to take all your money out for them 7 hours. So go rob it if you want to, if you want 12 cents. But it's the poor and disenfranchised places that can't afford the super security. So, like the hood. So if such and such rubbed you the wrong way on January 1st, and it's the 7 hours for the purge, it's time. You waited that long. You don't think that would just be like better than people just doing random acts of violence versus an isolated 7 hours that we know the violence is going to happen? So you either find some safety, find somewhere to get away from it versus randoms.
I don't think it's adaptable. I feel like we're so like programmed in a sense of like the law and how we go about it each and every day. Like, I don't feel like the world could adjust. Like, if let's say legislation like actually passed that like as a law now, like if that was a thing, I feel like in their head, if they're trying to bring the crime rate down, I feel like that would be a thing that's in place, but I feel like it would still be things happening left and right rather than
You don't think
the
people would
movie.
wait?
Yeah, I don't think in the movies they're like, oh yeah, la la la, happy go lucky. Then that moment comes and they're like, "Arr," and all the aggression comes out later on. Be for real, like people aren't waiting. Like if
you knew it was coming, you knew it was a guaranteed 7 hours that like, all right, bitch.
I don't
all right,
feel like
cool,
the world
I
would
got you.
adapt. I don't feel like the world would adapt to that. I don't think it would be obtainable to actually do that. If it was ever like a real serious thought, I don't think it would be obtainable. And I really don't. I'd be like, Chris, my first thought, I'm not worried about none of y'all. I already am not worried about y'all now. I have enough people in my head that can like help me figure it out. You know what I mean? Like as far as like making me realize like, hey, you're going to lose your life if you do something. Like, that's fine. But I'm thinking about money. I'm thinking about higher up. I'm not worried about people who aren't worried about me. That's how people think though. Like people are worried about the wrong problem. I'm trying to get paid. I need everybody to think about getting to the bag.
all crimes are legal. So.
It don't matter. I really don't care if Susie really made me so bad that I just want to just unalive her. I really just want to be higher than Susie. I want to be in a different tax bracket than Susie.
So no purge.
I don't want to do no.
So you're not voting
nothing.
for the purge. Neither of you are voting for the
No.
purge.
No,
I'm for sure. I'm voting for the purge.
like
That's insane.
I would just be scared to have like a whole bunch of people come at me in 7 hours. Like any other time, like I could be attacked like they would be spread out 365 days. But like if I accidentally make 3 different people mad in the spread of a year, and then they all come in for me
and it's gonna be some shit that was like a year ago, right? Like you gonna come
like,
the
who
whole
are
premise,
you?
the whole
Do you
premise of
remember
the
that
movie.
when you accidentally tripped me? Oh yeah, I'm coming for you. Like that's
premise,
crazy.
but the premise of the movies is like people are gearing up. Like you can see, like they do this one cut across like lawns, like different houses. There's people sharpening knives. There's people just like ready, like hi neighbor, good morning. Zzz. Just getting ready, and it's already like a bill that's in place. So like, this is the first one was like 10 years. This has already been happening for 10 consecutive years, and they're like, it's reduced crime, it's reduced this, it's reduced that, all this stuff.
Plus, I'd be mad as hell if someone I didn't like could kill me and then get away with it. Like, just be completely fine. Like, you get to live your life, and I'm just a ghost.
No lie. Not even thinking about it like that. I'd be pissed.
I mean, shit happens every day, B. People get away with a lot of stuff.
I would be pissed. I would be so mad. I would haunt them for the rest of my days because you really tried it.
But you had 7 hours. You had a whole year to prepare. Is the concept.
But that's my thing. How am I gonna know that the littlest thing, like if I trip somebody, right?
You don't know, so you gotta prepare for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta prepare to protect myself because there might be somebody that don't like me.
The waitress that one time.
Right, I didn't tip her. Like you know what I mean? Like,
she's Robyn Hill.
Ooh.
Can we get a name for those?
Them DoorDashers would get me. I don't be having the tip money sometimes.
Can we get a name for the order? Robyn Hill. Okay.
They got my address too. Nope.
Right, they got the. There's too much access these days. Definitely not. No, absolutely not. They definitely have your information. No way. We wouldn't make it. People would be gone left and right. But that's another thing. That's another reason why it couldn't come into fruition, because we have a lot of stupid people on this planet. Like they would unalive people for the wrong reasons. Like there would just be too much. There would be too much stupidity. And I'm gonna wake up and this person gonna be gone because somebody tripped them. Like it's gonna be the stupidest reasons. The nail tech dead because he clipped my cuticle. Because like it'll just be something so like petty. No, there's too many. Never mind. Let me not say that. I'll say that off air.
So no purge for y'all. I'm very much so for the purge.
Why?
Like,
what would you do?
nothing. But I want people like because I don't.
What are you gonna do?
I wouldn't do anything. But I reserve the right to do it.
I might hit and run.
If someone pissed me off, I reserve the right to do it. If we have the ability to do it,
I might hit and run.
I wouldn't mind.
You venturing out?
What?
You going outside for 7 hours?
No, I'd be at the crib defending myself. I actually think that would be fun. I'd be at the boom. Door to door. Shit, DoorDash for real. I'm fucking up everybody. Come in here if you want to. Come. But I'm gonna stack up because you can get all the water.
See, that's the problem. You got a lot of enemies too, though. Like
you know, like when the disasters happen, they take all the water and the toilet paper. I'm gonna be in that mix.
See, no, I don't got problem. I
ain't gotta leave here for those 7 hours.
You got a lot more people who don't like you than they don't like me. That's the problem.
We don't need to spend that night together.
Huh?
We don't need to spend that night together.
That's crazy. That's insane. No.
Sorry, Robyn. I had to get him.
That's
Girl,
crazy.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That's crazy. Because you definitely gonna have people coming from like 15 years ago just trying to like, hey, you remember that one time?
Nope. Kaboom. Out of here.
Absolutely not. See, that's the problem there. Absolutely not.
Come up here if you want to. If you want to climb up 3 stairs to go down 1 quickly, cool, we can do that. I'm all for the purge. Shout out to the purge. I fuck with that. Not the purge, not the first purge. They did the first purge in like the ghetto. They was like, only in this area is purge allowed. They only did it in the ghetto. Like, the first purge.
When you say that, like the first movie that came out, or
no,
are you
like
talking like
they went
when they went back.
They went back. So like the first 3 came out, and then they went back to the first year and was like, this is how it started. So the first purge was in the ghetto, and they only let people do it in the ghetto. So they got like this area in the Bronx and they're like, you can only do this in this area where you're impoverished, and like you can't like afford to protect yourself unless you're out there killing motherfuckers. And then they got rich folks in the first 3 movies. But anyways, we have to eat something because I'm hungry. We need to take some pictures, and then we need to do another intro just saying Halloween and whatever episode this is. Was there anything you guys else want to talk about? I'm afraid it's going to blow up and turn off in like a couple seconds. So, you got anything else?
Be safe. Be safe on Halloween if you have kids or you're taking your kids out or you're going out, okay? Because it's dangerous in these streets. They're going to try to purge you.
Mm-hmm. Don't let your children go up apartment stairs and knock on doors.
And it's still a thing to take your candy to the hospital to go get it checked out because these candy bars are still being slipped with things. So go get your candy checked out.
That's a thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like which hospitals are participating? Can't be all because ain't nobody got time.
Most of them.
So if I go to the hospital, like, my candy, there is somebody bleeding.
They will x-ray them because people will put blades and stuff like that inside of them.
So they'll x-ray the candy, which is going to put the chemicals of the x-ray in the candy. So they'll be like, no blades, but cancer in 30 years. Can't win them all, right?
Pick your poison.
All right, this is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 120. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and thank you guys for listening. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.